Magnus here, and in today's test what I want to do is take the GH5 and test it and compare the footage before and after the recent firmware update that allowed for a higher bits per second when recording an all-eye interframe for a couple of their video modes. So let's get to it, and I actually wanted to do this test in the new autofocus to see if it's improved, but not with a regular GH5 lens, just a lens that's designed for a micro four thirds camera. I wanted to test it using a Metabones Speedbooster and to see if that type of lens actually has improved autofocus abilities. Now, I didn't do the classic test that you see everyone do online where they just kind of walk forward and walk back from the camera. I don't think that that was something that I wanted to aim for. Although those tests are great, you can find them elsewhere. I just wanted to grab the camera and just walk around with it and see if around my set over here that I've got, if it can autofocus on basically inanimate objects with the old firmware and then compare it to the new firmware. Let's see how that test went. All right, now what you're looking at right here in the first set of footage is basically me walking around and pointing at lights and different things in the room to see how well it autofocused with the old firmware before the update. Now, as you can see, it's really slow. I had my settings to sensitivity at -1 and speed at -1. And for what you could see, it's definitely slow. There were times where I actually had to press the shutter button to get it to focus a lot quicker. But as you can see, it was just not, it was basically what I expected GH5 to do. I wasn't looking for it to be super accurate, but at least it got the job done when I would hit the shutter button. And occasionally it would focus, but much slower than what I would like. Now let's move on to the footage where I actually updated the firmware. Again, same room, same lighting, same settings on the camera. But what I'm able to see here is that it does a much better job of picking up what it should focus on and then focusing on it. Now you see that the focus itself jumps a lot. Now I don't get that with a lens that's designed to go on a micro four thirds sensor. But I used basically a Canon lens, and what you're going to get is a little bit more jerkiness because of the Metabones Speedbooster. Now I did not put an update on the Metabones Speedbooster at all. I just updated the GH5's firmware. Now what you could see is without pressing the shutter button, it was able to pick up things a lot more easier and find focus a lot easier. Though it doesn't look attractive for video, it still was quick and responsive, and I could honestly say I really didn't have to press the shutter button much, and it looked like I was pressing the shutter button when it would focus. So all in all, I do think that it's an improvement. I'd rather something be in focus than take forever to focus, no matter how ugly it looks. We can edit that away if necessary. But let me know what you guys think of what I just showed you, and do you like the new firmware updates? Comment below. Let me know. And as always, like, share, and you can make my day if you subscribe today. This is Magnus, and I'm out. See you guys later.